It's locked, all right.
Job refusal letter. Mr. Peterson, it's my duty to inform you of a refusal to accept your application for a job at Dockyard. Must thank you for the time spent thereof explaining the difficult situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. It was my duty to point out the policy of our company, which explicitly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Unfortunate connections with ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. Sympathy, may God be with you and your family. So apparently he has tried to leave, but due to him being there in the first place, he can't. If you ever expect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You've no chance. Instead, contact me or inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. Seems even that some of them are working together under the name of Guard of Prewin, a paramilitary organization dedicated to eradication of the vampires in London. They are your friends. You're not alone. Solutions exist. Be smart and spread the word. Clarence Crossley. Maybe he was thinking of joining them. Would put his strength to a good use.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Covering. Hey, where's Big Guy gone? Like, normally he's just literally loitering right there. Ah, here he is. We'll give him a sec. So unhygienic.
You again?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Sadly, I don't have the money to just give to him for
Goodbye.
to you know, let him, you know, just leave. Easy way to answer questions, just like, here, have money.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you...
I have to admit your words have conviction.
Apologies.
All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Apologies. My finger slipped. But yeah, this guy sounds too much like the, you know, Henry from Forever. Like, God. I'm not sure why.
If If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It must be my lucky day.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
As am I. I'm just going around here. Have drugs. Have drugs. And people are like, sure, thanks.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Okay, which revolution is this? I don't know much about any communist revolutions in Romania. Or, to be honest, much about Romania. Isn't that the place with the largest governmental building in the world? The guy in it's some Eastern Europe place. If it's not Romania, it's nearby. The guy who built it was a big fan of North Korea. That's why apparently Romania, or wherever it was, has actually a more positive relationship with North Korea than at most other places. Even though they've since generally cut ties. It's the biggest building. There, like, the guy demolished, apartment blocks to put it up. The workers just came one morning and everyone had to flee. Apparently, his antics there is why the place has so many stray dogs. People, barely got their families and, things together. Never mind pets. And the underground portion of it is so big, Top Gear were able to race around it. The government doesn't know what to do with most of the places. They rent out rooms for conferences or even a wedding in one case. The guy had a marble staircase ripped down 3 times to make sure it's perfectly symmetrical, so he and his wife could walk down a staircase each, and reach the end at the same time. It's one staircase, then it splits into 2, and kind of doubles back on itself and down. You can find pictures online, but yeah.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me,
I do not believe...
who is she? You say...
Well...
Kind of looks like there's more tasks there, but there isn't.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nithercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me,
I do not...
are you not? Are you in...
Don't... She's...
You say...
Well,
Tell me
I do not...
Yeah, there's nothing else to ask. That's puzzling.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothy and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Ah, that's what I get. This is World War One time. I kind of forgot that. This is meant to be World War One-ish. World War One. Yeah, Austro-Hungary. I guess the revolution he meant was, you know, I guess the Franz Ferdinand stuff. They shot the wrong guy. As far as from what I've heard, Franz Ferdinand was for what they were for. He was the heir apparent, like the next guy on the throne. He would have actually done what they wanted, but then they shot the wrong guy. They also botched the assassination of him. It's only because he went down the wrong side street that one of the guys was able to blunder into him and make the 5th attempt on his life that day. It was just a cavalcade of failures.
Goodbye.
It's rather sad, really. Just how shit they are at just shooting a dude. It's been a while since I read about it. I want to say they hucked a grenade at him once and he just threw it out to the car and sped off, and the driver sped off. Or, you know, they overshot with it or something, you know? It's, like I said, it's been too long, though. Letter to Nurse Crane. My dearest Tordia, when you read this letter, I'll be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Braslav. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise to light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know you do not agree with this decision, and are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End. But Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country, see the long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. Though we had our arguments and our fights, I know that you would have wanted me to stand by your side and to help you manage this clinic of yours. But now that I'm leaving England, be sure that if anything would happen to you, if ever in great trouble or danger, come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I'm your affectionate sister, Theodora.
Can you hear my voice?
Okay, I'm not sure what revolution they're speaking of, so... Unless they still want to do in the other guy. Is she T-posing?
I need help.
Okay,
What do we have here,
this
nurse?
bugged out.
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I got some opiates in my pocket.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
That's painful to
Breathing
even
heavy,
hear.
but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
I have no idea.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Can I reload that? Might be able to reload that. I had no idea. I feel like I need to go, to, do a dissertation here first. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doc.
Okay, that's odd. It seems to acknowledge me up to, like, progress up to a certain point, but... it threw me back there. Odd. Do I, or do I not have this letter? I have it. And this is working
What
this
do we
time.
have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel.
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
The hesitation made me feel like there's going to be a choice there, but
I need to perform.
he's probably just hesitating himself.
Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
It sounds like the guy makes it sound like he's turning.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Yeah, the guy was turning into a ghoul, so we did a good thing killing him here.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Blood sample gathered from his corpse.
To what? I
Oh,
suspect
shit.
it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Interview with the vampire. District will soon suffer the consequence of your actions. Well, that's comforting.
This one stinks already.
Thank you, I was feeling a bit peckish. Yeah, that tends to be what happens when you get hit with a fucking two-hander. Not graphical tearing. Not really sure how to deal with that. Really do want to switch over to that new computer, but I need help before I can get it going. I need to take a picture and send it on to a guy so he can help, or need to find a place where I can just give it to.